Hello everyone, I'm Gibilin, Assistant Professor, Department of English SF, Nirmala College for Women, Coimbatore. I welcome you all to this video on the novel Jasmine by Bharati Mukherjee. The author Bharati Mukherjee was born on 27th of July 1940 and died on 28th of January 2017. She was an Indian American Canadian writer. She was a professor emerita in the Department of English at the University of California, Berkeley. She is the author of a number of novels and short story collections as well as works of non-fiction. Her areas of specialization include travel literature and journalism. She had won the National Book Critics Circle Award in 1988 for The Middlemen and Other Stories. Let us move on to the background details of the novel. The novel was published in the year 1989. The novel is set in the 1980s. The novel revolves around the life of a young Indian woman in the US who struggles to adapt herself into the American way of life. The protagonist of the novel constantly changes her identities to survive. The New York Times Book Review has recognized this novel Jasmine as one of the notable book of the year. The novel also reflects on the author's personal experiences of dislocation and displacement. The novel records the experiences of an immigrant through the experiences of the protagonist. Let us see the historical context of the novel. The novel Jasmine by Bharati Mukherjee is set amidst the Indian partition riots in 1965. The partition riots had caused impoverishment and violence across the country. It also displaced thousands of Indians and led to a huge loss of money. The riots caused many Indians to leave the country and escape to America. Here are the characters of the novel. The main characters are Jyoti, otherwise known as Jasmine, Jane, JC, who is the protagonist of the novel, Prakash Vij, Jasmine's first husband, Taylor, Jasmine's employer, love interest, Dove's father, Bud Ripplemeyer, Jasmine's husband, Du Thien, Jasmine and Bud's adopted Vietnamese son, Daryl Lutz, Jasmine's neighbor in Iowa and farmer, Karen, Bud's ex-wife. The minor characters are Master G, Jyoti's teacher, Professor Vadera, Prakash's professor, Mataji, Jyoti's mother, Pitaji, Jyoti's father, and Dida, Pitaji's mother. Let's move on to the summary of the novel. Jasmine shares a memory of her encounter with an astrologer who predicts that she will be a widow in exile. The 24-year-old Jasmine lives in Iowa with the paralyzed Bud Ripplemeyer, and pregnant with his child and with Bud's adopted son Du Thien. Jasmine's teacher Master G advocates for her education, and Jyoti marries Prakash, who dreams of being successful in America, and changes her name to Jasmine. But Prakash is killed in a bomb attack. Jyoti travels to America to fulfill her husband's dream, and she gets raped by Half-Face and kills her rapist. She meets Lillian Gordon in Florida, who assists undocumented female immigrants to blend into American culture, and she also provides them with food, clothing, and shelter. Jasmine meets Prakash's professor, who helps her in getting a green card. Jasmine secures a job as a nanny for Taylor and Wiley's daughter, Duff, and feels independent and is treated as a professional. Wiley falls for another man and divorces Taylor, who later shows his interest in Jasmine. Jasmine panics on seeing Sukhvinder, the terrorist who killed Prakash, and runs away to Iowa. In Iowa, her name is changed to Jane, where she tries to fit in, carrying the guilt of Prakash's death when Bud is shot by a customer and left paralyzed. Dew finds his sister and reunites with her in a Vietnamese community. Daryl Lutz, Bud's neighbor, confesses his love for Jane and mocks her for still being in love with Taylor when she does not return his feelings. Daryl hangs himself to death, awaiting a loan from the bank and rejection of his love by Jane. Taylor finds Jasmine and arrive at Iowa, but she rejects the astrologer's prediction, decides to take her future in her hands, and walks out of the door with Taylor and Duff. The novel shows an independent and self reliant woman who deals with hardships with grace and poise. She uses her pretty face and sharp mind to help her through life. She has an unyielding strength, especially when she fights her fate. Nothing deters her from achieving what she wants. She is able to adapt and reinvent herself. The themes of the novel are rebirth and true identity, women's strength versus cultural norms, free will and predestination. The symbols of the novel are the star shaped scar, dog carcass, cracked jug, Paradise Bay complex. Thank you.